students, welcome to Learn Easy. This is Lakshmi J and today we are going to see basic structure of a cell. The main parts of a cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus and the organelles present in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm and nucleus are together known as protoplasm. Protoplasm is a living part of the cell. Let's first see what is cell membrane. Cell membrane or plasma membrane is like a fence for our cell. It is present in both plants and animals. It is made up of lipids and proteins. It is flexible and elastic. It is a semi-permeable membrane that allows only certain substances to enter or exit the cell, which we will see in detail while explaining function of the cell membrane. Now let's see the functions of cell membrane. It separates contents of the cell from its external environment. It gives flexibility to cell. This flexibility is very advantageous. Let's see how. Due to the flexibility of cell membrane, it can absorb food molecules inside the cell, and this process is known as endocytosis. This is especially important in unicellular organisms like amoeba. Now let's take another example of humans, which are multicellular organisms. In us, RBC and WBC are able to change their shape and squeeze through narrow capillaries because of the flexibility provided by the cell membrane. Earlier we said that cell membrane is semi-permeable. This means it allows only certain substances to enter or exit the cell. You can see some ions entering and exiting the cell. The molecules from digested food, salt, enzymes, protein, gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide, etc. can enter and exit the cell. Other molecules are stopped from entering the cell, thereby protecting the contents of the cell. Now let's see cell wall. Cell wall is like a fortress. In plants, cell wall is made of cellulose. In fungi and bacteria, cell wall is made of different substances. In the primary layer of the picture shown here, you will be able to see cellulose. Cell wall is rigid and freely permeable. This means it allows all substances to pass through it. Cell wall has three layers: primary cell wall, middle lamella, and secondary cell wall. Now let's see the function of a cell wall. So why do you think that plants need cell wall? Plants need cell wall because they are not motile. They have to stand in a single place and face all the environmental changes, while animals can take shelter. So cell wall gives extra protection to the cell and rigidity so that they will be able to face all the environmental adversities. The secondary layer of the cell wall is deposited with waxy coatings such as suberin and cutin, which make them impermeable to gases and water. It is also deposited with lignin on certain parts of the plants, which make them very strong. Another function of the cell wall is that when the cells of plant, bacteria and fungi absorb water from the external environment and swell up, it applies pressure against the walls of the cell. This is similar to an inflated balloon. If you keep on inflating it beyond its limit, the balloon will burst. Here in plants, the pressure of water can burst the cell membrane, but the presence of cell wall prevents the cell from bursting and the cell becomes turgid. When the cell loses water, the cell membrane shrinks whereas the cell wall remains intact, thereby maintaining the shape of the cell. Here, the cell is said to be plasmolysed. When the cell membrane again regains its original shape by absorbing water, it is said to be flaccid. The cell wall protects the cell and helps it to remain rigid. Cytoplasm acts as a ground substance where all the functions of the cell take place. Cytoplasm is enclosed within the cell membrane and is the living part of the cell. It is a colorless semi-liquid made up of carbohydrate, protein, fat, and a large portion of water. The part of the cytoplasm, except the organelles, are called cytosol. Cytoplasm has organelles which does specific function of a cell. We will learn about organelles in our next video. Some chemical reaction take place in cytoplasm, such as breaking down of glucose to smaller molecules known as pyruvate. This is the first step in cellular respiration. Nucleus is like the brain of the cell. It is a spherical shaped body mostly present at the center of the cell. It has a double layered membrane called nuclear membrane, which is also made up of lipids and proteins. It is filled with a dense semi-liquid substance called nucleoplasm. It consists of one or more round-shaped substance called nucleolus, mainly made of protein and RNA. Nucleolus helps in protein synthesis and also in production of ribosome. Nucleoplasm consists of thread-like substance called chromatin fiber. During cell division, they condense to form chromosome. They are genetic carriers of an organism. Nucleus controls and coordinates all the functions performed by the cell. It plays a vital role in cellular reproduction. It also helps in determining how the cell will develop and what functions it will perform on maturity. That's all for now. We will see about organelles of a cell in our next video. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel to get updates on new video. Bye bye.